Welcome to FM Corner. I'm Danny Koontz, Director of Relationship Management for Windy City Equipment. Today, I want to spend a few minutes talking about relentless execution. Relentless execution is defined as efficient, timely, consistent production of goods and services. It's a focus on getting it done. Not only getting it done, but getting it done right. A friend of mine, David Hahn, owned a service company in Knoxville for a long period of time, has recently retired. And in a conversation one day talking about years of doing business together, he said to me two things. He said, Danny, in working with you, two things. Wasn't the easiest in the world. That's probably not a good thing from my end, but he said it wasn't the easiest, but it was consistent. And he said the other part is, he said, I have respect for your relentless execution. And I'm kind of like, I'm not sure what all that means. And so we spoke about it a little bit, and he talked about it. And he said the continued pursuit for it to be right and get it done. Don't leave anything hanging, get it done. I took that as a huge compliment. And so I want to talk about it a little bit today, what that means. I'll never master it. I appreciate David's comments, but I'll never master that. But that doesn't mean that I won't continually to work at it. It's always, every day, trying to have the effort to move the needle forward. Every day. One of the things I've said for a really long time is just be better today. Let's do better today, whatever that may be. And you want to lead that process. You want to work with your team about it so that they get involved just as you do and have the same engagement for relentless execution as you go forward. It's setting a plan. This is our plan. This is how we're going to do it. Following that plan. The plan's no good unless after it's set up, it's followed. Obviously, during time, there are adjustments that need to be made. You have to stop in the middle. Okay, let's make an adjustment. This part was missed. This part is not working the way we intended. We need to stop and get it addressed and fix it now before we move forward. It's falling down and getting right back up. Okay, I fell down. I made a mistake. What did I do wrong? What can I learn from that will make me better the next time? And pass it along to your team. When your team comes to speak to you about, hey, I did something wrong. Okay, let's figure out what it is and what caused you to make a decision that turned out in the wrong way. Maybe you didn't have all the information you needed. Maybe you were under the gun to make an answer or make a determination, and you did. Whereas if you'd had more time, you would have maybe made a different one. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you thought exactly that the thought process you had was correct. It just didn't work. Fine. Let's figure out how we change it. Let's add something to it that helps us as we go forward the next time. That's what's critically important. Not that we fell down, but we got right back up and went back to work. That's what's critical. It's kind of showing fortitude and stubborn in continuing to push forward, continuing to drive, and not accepting something. My old team at Ruby Tuesday heard me say this a bunch of times. I'm sure they were tired of it. But someone would say, we're better than we were. Okay, fine. But we still have a ways to go. Or we're the second highest rated department. Okay. Why can't we be number one? What do we need to do to get there? What's the next step that gets us to the top? Or 90% of the time, we do a really good job. Okay. And my answer always was, if I take 12 flights next year, and my pilot gets me on the ground 90% of the time. That's a pretty good percentage. What happens the other 10%? Something bad. So I expect the pilots who fly the planes in which I ride on to be perfect. That's what we should do. You don't achieve perfection, you work at it. Always, always. So take the time to do that. People on your team can get behind you because they see that push and they want to be a part of that success. And if you're leading that, continuing to ask the questions, continue to say what isn't done and why, and let's get it figured out and get it moving, they're going to join in. And that's going to help drive that level of success and the execution that you're looking for. You lead by example, your team's going to follow you, whichever way you go. But you lead and they will follow. It may be a goal, and maybe that goal is just outside your grasp. Like I said, you're at 90% and you want 95, and you're struggling to get there. Keep working. Keep working. You're going to identify what is keeping you from achieving the extra 5% you're looking for. Once you figure it out, then you can go to work on it and set your plan in motion to get it. But don't accept 90 as good. As soon as you accept that, then pretty soon your number's going to be 85, not 90. It's going to go the other way because that drive from the team, or if it's you that accepts that that's really good and good enough, then it's going to start going down because you're going to lose the drive. It's execution at the highest level. It's relentless. You got to keep pushing that rock. Got to keep pushing it up the hill every day. It's a motivator. And when it's recognized, people continue to want to do more when they're recognized for that relentless execution. They're always pushing. You may never be perfect. Obviously, most of us aren't. But it doesn't mean that you can't continue to try, continue to work, and continue to try to be better today than you were yesterday. I have a much clearer understanding of relentless execution. I just thought it was working hard and trying to do the right thing and get results. David Hahn helped me, and I appreciate his kind words in something that I've worked on all my life. I want to pass it on to you, Dave. Work at relentless execution. Keep pushing, keep driving, keep trying to find ways to get it done. And not only get it done, but get it done right. It's relentless execution. Every day, all day, be better today. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode of FM Corner. Thanks so much.